Well, hello, Mrs. Dumont's third grade class. Unfortunately, I didn't see you right before spring break on that Wednesday. We are already doing our at-home learning, and I didn't quite have art class ready for us to do it this way. During spring break, the last few days, I've been trying to figure out how can we still have fun learning our art and doing normal stuff like we would in the art classroom. So I discovered this thing called Go Meet, where I can record a message to you on a video, and I can show you my screen and give you directions, and we're going to be able to have art just like we were in class, where I get to teach you stuff and we get to look at videos, and I get to look at the PowerPoints that we would have had if we were sitting on the floor in the art room, which is very exciting. So even though we're not going to see each other for a few weeks, you do get to see me, because you're going to see me in these videos as I continue to teach you about art. So the next project that we were going to be starting, if we weren't having our homeschooling right now, is we're going to be learning about Pablo Picasso. And I want you guys to think how many of you guys have heard the name Pablo Picasso. He's a very, very famous artist, okay? And today we're going to actually be listening to a storybook about his life, getting to know the world's greatest artist, Pablo Picasso. So we're gonna, in a moment, we're going to be listening, watching the book. And after we're done listening to the book, the video, I'm gonna ask you some questions, and we're gonna do a little bit of review about what you learned in the book and some of Pablo Picasso's famous paintings, okay? Now, in the videos, I already made those videos for Mrs. O'Brien's class. Now, Mrs. O'Brien's class, we actually met on Wednesday before spring break. So in those videos, it's going to get a little confusing, because I'm going to say like before break, or we already did this, we already reviewed this, we already did part of the project. So just know you're learning the exact same things, you're just a little bit behind the other class. But after this video and these slides, you're going to be caught up with Mrs. O'Brien's class too. So when I say those things, just kind of ignore me and just keep on learning and keep on going, okay? So a couple of things before we go into our book and go into learning about Pablo Picasso is I have set up your lesson on a Google slide, and you have to move through the Google slides all by yourself. So hopefully you've already started the Google slides and my face is filling up your whole Chromebook or laptop. If you're not, as soon as I'm done with this video, I want you to go get mom and dad to help have them help you start it. On the last slide that you just had, it said to press the present button in the top right corner of your screen. That will help you to move through the slide presentation. And because it's a slide presentation, after a video is done or after we've done a step, you can just wait and stop at that moment. Maybe mom and dad are calling you to lunchtime, or it's time for your whole family to get out and do your FIED time that Mr. D is having you do, and get your exercise and have recess and all that fun stuff like you're in class. Just stop at that slide. And when you're done, just go to the next slide. So you can kind of step your way through your art class. So you kind of have control of your art class. But let me show you how you are going to advance through the slides, okay? So what's going to happen is on your Chromebook or on your laptop, to go from slide to slide, you're going to hit the space bar, okay? Or the down arrow right here. Now, if you go too far, or you have to restart a video because someone interrupted you, whatever, you can always hit the up arrow right here to go up a slide or to restart a video, okay? So just kind of an FYI. Now later, I'm gonna actually be teaching you how to draw a face on a piece of paper, and you might wanna stop the video in the middle of it to kind of catch up to the step that I've given you. So how you do that is you're going to click. Now there's really not a button here, but I think you guys all know there's kind of like what's called a left click and a right click on your screen here, or on your touchpad. If you click on the left side, that should pause the video, I think. I don't use a Chromebook as you guys do. If you're having a hard time stopping the video in the middle of the slide presentation, on one of the slides, I actually do have links to my YouTube, our school YouTube page, where I have all these videos. And if you watch the video on YouTube, you can stop in and start it really easily on your spacebar. So you guys can choose that later on, okay? Now, the other thing that you guys are going to need in a moment before you go on is a piece of copy paper. What that means is just printer paper. And I think most of you guys at home, I pray that you have a blank piece of paper somewhere in your house. So go ask mom and dad, hey, mom and dad, where's our printer paper? Maybe just go to the printer. Hopefully you have a printer at your house. If you don't have a printer at your house, ask mom or dad if you just have a blank piece of paper. That's all you need. It's not the size that we would be using in class. It's a little bit bigger in class, but that's okay. That will work perfect. So you're going to need a piece of paper and you're going to need a pencil. So at the end of this video, go ahead and go grab those things. And then you're going to hit the space bar or the down arrow to go to the next slide. And the way that I have the slides, the videos, as soon as you go to the next slide, the video just starts. You don't have to do anything, okay? So you got to kind of control your art time with me. Okay, so have fun. We're going to be learning again about Pablo Picasso. And remember to ignore me when I say last time we were together before break. Some of you learned this, some of you didn't. Ignore me when I say that, but just keep learning about Pablo Picasso. And then what's going to happen is next week, I'm going to add another video and I'm going to give you more directions for finishing your faces. You're going to come back to this exact same slide presentation that you got from Google Classroom, right? And open it, and you're just going to go to the last slide and you're going to continue learning with me and reviewing about Pablo Picasso, okay? So happy learning, happy doing your art together. If you do have questions or you are struggling, you can actually private comment me over on your assignment on Google Classroom, okay? So if you need my help, you may go do that and let me know what you maybe need help with, but hopefully I did a good job on these videos that you can just do your art learning all by yourself. So at this point, if you need to take a pause and you need to go run around and come back for the next part of the video, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, when I'm done, just hit the space bar and you'll go on to the next part, learning about Pablo Picasso, and you'll be listening to the story about his life. Pay attention because I'm going to be asking you some questions about his life and about some of his famous paintings. So go ahead and at this point, go on to the next